Hello students, in today's class let us going to start our next new chapter, ninth chapter, some applications of trigonometry. So we are going to see the very basic application of trigonometry to find the heights and distances of various objects without actually measuring them. So we can find the height and the distance of various objects using our trigonometry. So that particular application only we are going to learn in this chapter. So before we get into the problems, we should know what is meant by angle of elevation and what is meant by angle of depression, right? And what is line of sight. And suppose if here is an observer and this is an object. The observer sees the object from the ground level. Okay, the line of sight is the line drawn from the eye of an observer to a point or in the object viewed by the observer. What is that line of sight? Line of sight is the line drawn from the eyesight of the observer to the object viewed. Okay, if suppose the observer is viewing an object from here to here, in the sense that the observer is raising her head to look at the object, then the angle formed is called angle of elevation, right? So what is angle of elevation? Angle of elevation is the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal when it is above the horizontal level. When it is above the horizontal level, when the object is somewhere and when the observer is raising their head to view the object, then the angle formed with the horizontal is called angle of elevation. Alright. Then what is angle of depression? When the observer is putting the head down to look at the object. See, observer is standing somewhere top of the building and he suppose wants to see an object which is placed on the floor. He is putting his down head to view the object. In that case, the angle made by the line of sight with the horizontal is called angle of depression. It's called angle of depression. So what is elevation and what is depression? If the observer raising their head up to view an object, then it is angle of elevation. If the observer is putting their head down to view the object, then it is angle of depression. Okay. So if we know these two basic things, we can very well solve the problems easily. And how are we going to apply trigonometry here? So when you look at the figure itself, we can see it's a right angled triangle. If we know the angle of elevation or angle of depression and any one side or two sides, we can very well find the third side by using trigonometric ratios, or the required thing which is asked in the question can be obtained by using trigonometric ratios or Pythagoras theorem. Yes, when we solve problems, you will get familiarized with this. We have only one exercise in this chapter and fully based on these two concepts only. So we can easily solve. Let us move on to the exercise directly now. Now let us solve our first question. A circus artist is climbing a 20-meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. Find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degrees. See, a circus artist is climbing a 20-meter long rope. The diagram is given in the question, which is tightly stretched. This is the rope and which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole. This is a vertical pole and a rope is tied from the top of the vertical pole to the ground. This is the rope and this is the pole. Now they asked you to find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degrees. Sometimes the diagram will not be given in the question. You should understand and draw the diagram. But here it is very clearly given. Now we need to find this. Now how will you find this? This is the angle and you know this is your hypotenuse. This is going to be your 90 degree and we need to find the length of the pole. Now try to relate your known value and the unknown value to the angle. So to the angle, the side which you need to find out is opposite side, right? And this is your hypotenuse side. So opposite side divided by hypotenuse side will give you sine ratio. So here we should go with sine ratio. So sine 30 is going to be AB divided by AC, and sine 30 is a standard trigonometric angle, right? So we know what is sine 30. So if we substitute the value of sine 30, we can find out what is the height of the pole, right? Now let us see how can we solve this. See here, this is ABC and this is the height of the pole we need to find. Therefore, in triangle ABC, sine 30 is equals to AB divided by AC. You should immediately a question will rise, right? Why we should go with sine? Why don't we go with cosine function or tan function? That's what I told you. You need to think and analyze with the given data and the thing which you need to find out. We need to find the height of this pole and we know the hypotenuse. This height is side opposite to your angle. So the ratio related to the opposite and the hypotenuse is sine ratio. That's why we are going with sine ratio here. Now sine 30 is going to be AB divided by AC. Sine 30 we know half. It's a standard angle. So sine 30 is 1 by 2, which is equals to AB divided by AC value we know, which is 20 given in the question. So AB, if you cross multiply, we will come to know what is the measure of AB, and hence the height of the pole is going to be 10 meter. Alright, hope you understood. Let us move on to our next question. A tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree with it. The distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meter. Find the height of the tree. Right? There is a tall tree which breaks due to storm, and the broken part of the tree. See this, if suppose this is your full tree, and because of the storm it got broken and half of it falls on the ground, touches the ground and making an angle 30 degree, and the distance between the foot of the tree to the top where it touches the ground is given. They asked you to find the entire height of the tree. Now let us see how can we solve this. Now listen, AB is the tree, and suppose the tree breaks at the point C, and after it's getting broken, it falls on the ground and touches the ground at D. This part has become like this. Okay. Now they asked you to find the height of the entire tree. Now AB we need to find out. How we can find AB? Now this broken part has fallen like this. Now if we find the length of BC and length of CD, and if we add these two, we will get the length of the entire tree, right? That is what the idea behind it. Now the angle made by the broken part of the tree with the ground is 30 degree, which is given, and also the distance between the foot of the tree to the point where the top touches the ground is 8 meter. That is also given in the question. So now we need to find this length as well as this length, then only while adding we will get the entire height of the tree. Okay. So how can we find using our trigonometric ratio? Now we know one angle and one side. This is the side related to the angle. In what way? This is the adjacent side, right? We need both hypotenuse as well as our opposite side. So one by one you can find out. First we can find opposite side and then we can go for hypotenuse. So which trigonometric ratio relates both opposite and adjacent side? Tan ratio. So in triangle BCD, tan 30 is going to be, tan 30 is equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So opposite divided by adjacent. BC divided by BD. BC we don't know, BD is 8. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. You should know all the standard angles. If you are unable to recall it immediately, you can draw the table in a corner of your answer sheet. Nothing wrong in that. Which is equals to BC divided by 8. Right? So this implies BC is equals to 8 by root 3. 8 by root 3. So we found what is our BC. Now we need to find CD as well, then only we can add these two. So we don't want to simplify this, let us have it as such. If suppose we get CD also with the denominator as root 3, it will be easy for us to add. Okay. Now how can you find your CD? CD is the hypotenuse. Now we know what is our BC. Now we know the side adjacent to the angle as well as the side opposite to the angle. So you can go with either sine ratio or cosine ratio to find your hypotenuse. So I am going to choose my cosine ratio. So cos 30 is going to be adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So what is cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Okay. So cos 30 is equals to BD divided by CD, which is equals to the measurement of BD is 8 divided by CD we don't know, which is hypotenuse. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 is equal to 8 by CD. So this implies CD is equal to cross multiplication. 8 into 2 divided by root 3, which is 16 by root 3. So we got CD as 16 by root 3. Therefore, height of the tree. What is the height of the tree? Height of the tree is equals to AC plus BC. Right? AC plus BC is the height of the tree. But this AC is same as your CD. So instead of AC, we can write it as CD plus BC. CD we found as 16 by root 3 plus BC we found it as 8 by root 3. Common denominator, so you can add the numerator. So it is going to be 24 divided by root 3. Right? Now you can multiply both numerator and denominator by root 3 to rationalize the denominator. So root 3 into root 3 is going to be 3. 3 8s are 24. So 8 root 3 meter is the height of the tree. Yes. Hope you understood. It's a simple logic, or otherwise the trigonometric ratios only we have used here. Hope you understood. Let us move on to our next question now. Now let us solve our sixth question. A 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. The angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of the building increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks towards the building. Find the distance he walked towards the building. Right? So now first let us see how can we draw the diagram for this. See, there is a boy who is 1.5 meter tall. A boy who is 1.5 meter tall. He is observing the top of the building. Now AP is our building. He is observing the top of the building and the building is 30 meter high. Okay. And his angle of elevation decreases from 30 degree. 30 degree, what is given in the question? It increases. It increases from 30 degree to 60 degree. So first when the boy stands here and when he views the top of the building, his angle of elevation is 30 degree and he started moving towards the building and hence the angle of elevation increases from 30 degree to 60 degree. They asked you to find the distance, how much he walked, how much he traveled. This distance they asked you to find out. Right? So small minute things here you have to note down. Blindly you should not do because the height of that boy is also taken into account and the boy is standing on the floor and hence the building will also be counted from the floor. So the height of the building will be from here to here is 30 meter. But the angle of elevation is measured from the observer's eyesight. Therefore, the angle of elevation is calculated from here only. So, when you apply trigonometric ratios, when you consider the triangle, the length of AB only you should consider. You should not consider the length of AP. Yes. So, what will be the length of AB now? The AP is 30 and this BP is 1.5. So, we have to subtract that 1.5 from this 30 meter. That only will give you your AB measurement. Once we know our AB measurement, we can very well find what is our BC and what is our BD by considering triangle ABC and considering triangle ABD. We can very well find what is BD and what is BC, and once we know what is BD and BC, we can find our CD by subtracting BC from BD. From this full length, if we subtract BC, we can very well know what is our CD. This is what the idea behind it. Now let us see how can we manipulate it, right? Now let us see how can we solve this. So we have considered AP as the building, and as I explained right now, we need the length of AB alone. So I have subtracted 1.5 from 30, so it will be 28.5 meter. Now first let us consider the triangle ABC. We know this is our angle and we know this side is going to be opposite to the angle, and we need the length of BC. BC is going to be adjacent. So the ratio which relating opposite side and adjacent side is tan ratio. So we will take tan 60. Tan 60 is going to be AB divided by BC. Tan 60 is root 3. AB is 28.5 divided by BC. So BC is going to be 28.5 divided by root 3. Keep it aside. And now let us consider the entire triangle ABD. Again, we know this is our angle and this is the side opposite to the angle and this is the side adjacent to the angle. So again we should go with the tan ratio only. Tan 30 AB divided by BD. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, which is equal to 28.5 divided by BD. So the length of BD is going to be 28.5 root 3. Now we got what is our BC and what is our BD. We need CD. CD can be written as BD minus BC. BD minus BC. Now this is simple calculation only. Take LCM. Root 3 into root 3 will become 3. Multiply and subtract, and then I have rationalized the denominator. And hence we got 19 root 3 meter, and hence the distance walked by the boy towards the building is 19 root 3 meter. So all it depends on how are you understanding the question and depicting it in a diagram, proper diagram. If you depict the question properly in a diagrammatic way, and then the solution follows easily. You can directly get your answers. So all it lies on how are you depicting your question in a diagrammatic way. Once you have done, then everything follows, right? Let us move on to our next question now. Now let us see how can we solve our seventh question. See, from a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the bottom and the top of the transmission tower. This is a tower which is fixed, right? Transmission tower fixed at the top of a building. Fixed at the top of a building of 20 meter high or 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. Find the height of the tower. They asked you to find the length of AB. I repeat, there is a building which is 20 meter high. On the top of the building, a tower is fixed. Transmission tower is fixed. So a person is seeing the transmission tower's bottom and the top. The angle of elevation of the bottom is 45 degree and the angle of elevation of the top is going to be 60 degree. They asked you to find the height of the tower. So how will you find out? In the same way, first we will take this triangle and this is known, and this angle of elevation is 45 degree. So we can find what is our CD, right? Then we know let us consider the entire triangle, and this is 60 degree. We need to know this, and we can find this using your previous triangle. So when we know this, we can very well find this side, because this is again going to be tan ratio only, opposite and adjacent. So using that relation, we can find what is this, right? Because the full length we are going to use it. Full length can be written as this plus this. So from that we can find what is our AB, right? Now let us see how can we solve this. See, the idea I explained you. So the same way we are going to proceed with our solution. AB be the tower and BC be the building. Now let us consider this triangle BCD tan 45. Angle you should make it correctly. The top and the bottom respectively is given. If you take the angle wrongly, the entire thing will go wrong. So tan 45, bottom is 45 degree. That's what given in the question. This is the top of the tower and this is the bottom of the tower. Tan 45 is going to be BC divided by CD. So it is going to be 20 divided by CD. So if you cross multiply, CD is going to be 20. Next you consider the entire triangle. Again the same tan ratio only, which is going to be AC divided by CD. Now AC we can write it as AB plus 20. Right, divided by CD measurement we found it as 20, cross multiply it 20 root 3 and bring this 20 to the other side. So 20 root 3 minus 20 equal to AB. Now take 20 common, we get root 3 minus 1 and root 3 value is 1.732 and simplify it, and hence we found the height of the transmission tower as 14.64 meter. Right, hope you understood. Let us move on to our next question now. Now let us see how can we solve our ninth question. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree and the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. If the tower is 50 meter high, find the height of the building. So from the overview of the question, we come to know there is a tower and a building. So first let us draw a building and a tower, and always tower will be the tallest, right? So let us make AB as our building and CD as our tower. Now it is given the angle of elevation of the top of the building from the foot of the tower. So this is the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation from the top of the building to the foot of the tower is 30 degree, right? And the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. This is going to be 60 degree, right? And the tower height is 50 meter they have given. They asked you to find the height of the building. That's it. So how will you find out? It's clearly we can see two triangles here, alright. So we know this length. So if you consider the triangle, this BCD triangle, if you take, this is your angle and this is opposite side and this is adjacent side. So if we use tan ratio, we can very well find what is our BD measurement. Once we know BD, use triangle ABD, we know this. And you can very well find out this again using the tan ratio, because this is a relation between opposite and adjacent side, right? You can easily solve this. So I am leaving this question to you. Let us see our next question. Now let us solve our 10th question. It is given two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road, which is 80 meter wide. From a point between them on the road, the angle of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the points from the poles. That's what they asked you to find. I repeat, there are two poles standing opposite to each other on a road of wide 80 meter. And from a point on the road somewhere in between, the angle of elevation of the top of the poles are 30 and 60. They asked you to find the height. Both are of equal height only. They asked you to find the height as well as at how much distance the poles are placed. That's what from the middle point. It's not a middle point. From the point in between the road, we need to find the distance. So these are all the questions. So clearly on looking at the diagram, we can apply tan ratio here to get our AB, and similarly here, and then we can correlate and we can get our answer. So what are we going to do here? AB and CD are equal, right? And the total length is 80. So if we take BO as X, this is going to be 80 minus X. Now let us consider our triangle ABO. Now tan ratio, tan 60 is going to be AB divided by BO. Tan 60 is root 3. So AB divided by BO. BO we have taken it as x. So AB is going to be root 3x. Similarly, in this triangle, tan 60 is going to be CD divided by OD. But CD and AB are same. So I have replaced CD by AB. OD is going to be 80 minus x. So if you cross multiply, AB is equal to 80 minus x divided by root 3. Both are AB. So we can equate, right? Therefore, we got root 3x is equals to 80 minus x divided by root 3. Now cross multiply it. Root 3 into root 3 is 3x equals to 80 minus x. Now bring x to one side. So 4x equals to 80. So x is 20 meter. So the distance of the poles from the point is 20 meter and the other one is 60. How? 80 minus 20, which is going to be 60 meter. Right? And we need to find the height of the pole as well. Height of the pole is root 3x. So root 3 into x value is 20. Therefore 20 root 3 is the height of the pole. Hope you understood. Yes, as I told you, it all depends on how are you depicting it diagrammatically. Once it's done, everything is done. Yes, hope you understood. Now let us see how can we solve our 12th question. It is given from the top of a 7 meter high building and there is another tower. Okay, it is given there is a building and a tower. From the top of a 7 meter high building, the angle of elevation of a top of a tower is 60 degree. So in order to find get the angle of elevation, we need the line of sight, right? So let us draw the line of sight AE. So this angle is going to be 60 degree. And the angle of depression of the foot of the tower. Angle of depression means lowering your head and seeing the foot, right? So from here to here, this angle is 45 degree. And whenever problem involving angle of depression, we will use the properties of parallel lines, right? So what we will do is, since AE is parallel to BD, this 45 degree will be same as this angle. Why? Because these two are alternate angles. So problem involving angle of depression, we will convert it to the angle of elevation by using the properties of parallel lines, right? Now we got two right triangles and they asked you to find the height of the tower. If this is going to be 7 meter, then this ED is also going to be 7 meter only, because AE is parallel to BD and the length of AE is also going to be same as the length of BD. Now we need to find the height of the tower. So how can we find this? We have two triangles here. First let us consider this triangle and find what is our BD using tan ratio, because this is opposite and adjacent involved. Once we know BD, that is going to be exactly same as AE, and we can find CE again using tan ratio. Once we know CE, we can add with ED to get our height of the tower. That is what the idea behind it. Now see how we can solve this now. So as usual, tan 45 is going to be AB divided by BD. So 7 divided by BD, we got BD measurement as 7 meter. BD is also 7 meter. If BD is 7 meter, AE is also going to be 7 meter only. Now consider the upper triangle. Tan 60 is equal to CE divided by AE, opposite divided by adjacent. Tan 60 is root 3. So CE divided by AE measurement is 7. So CE we got 7 root 3. Right? Once we know what is CE measurement, we can add these two. So if we add these two, that will give you the height of the tower. Hence the problem. Right? Hope you understood. Let us move on to our next question now. Now let us see how can we solve our 13th question. So it is given as observed from the top of a 75 meter high lighthouse. This is a 75 meter high lighthouse from the sea level. The angle of depression. Angle of depression means from the top they are viewing, right? So we need a line of sight. So this is our line of sight. The angle of depression of two ships are there. So they are seeing the two ships from top of the lighthouse, right? They are seeing the two ships from the top of the lighthouse and they have given the angle of depression as 30 degree and 60 degree. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, find the distance between the ships. The distance between the two ships we need to find out. So how will you draw the diagram now? Now see, this is our line of sight, and first ship, when they observe, the angle of depression is going to be 30 degree, and the second ship it is 45 degree. As I told you, when we have angle of depression, we will convert it by using parallel condition. So this line is parallel to this line, and if we take this as your transversal, this angle is 30 degree, which means this is also 30 degree, like Z, right? Because alternate angles are equal. Similarly, if this is 45, this is going to be your 45 degree. We can name this as C and D. They asked you to find the distance between the two ships. So how will you find out? The same way. First we can consider this triangle. This is opposite and adjacent related, so you can go with tan ratio. We can find what is our BC. Then take the entire triangle, and we know this part, and we can find what is this part of the triangle. By taking BC plus CD, we can easily find what is CD. We have done problem of this kind directly, but here they have given you angle of depression. There we have done with the angle of elevation, but both are same only, right? So I am leaving this question to you. Hope you can solve this by your own. So with this, let us wind up today's class. The remaining questions is also are of the same kind. So I want you to practice. I am not interested in doing each and every problem. So I want you to practice. So do these problems as homework and post it in the group. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. So with this, we completed applications of trigonometry, heights and distances, and in the next class I try to give few more additional problems so that you will get familiarized with that. Angle of depression problems is nothing new. The diagram, once you depicted the angle of depression, you can convert it into the elevation part by using the parallelity condition, and then you can proceed in the same way as we did our elevation problem. So you should do all these problems as homework and post it in the group. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you, students.